What is going on, everybody? Welcome back here today to another NBA talk style video, and today I'm going to be giving you guys probably around 10 or so, might be give or take a few, guys that are about to get paid either this summer or like right after this offseason. So most of these guys are from like the 2015-2016 draft class, and there's some other guys that were drafted previously that are just not making enough money right now, and they'll definitely get a pay raise come this offseason. That's kind of what I'm talking about. It's just these guys are all going to see significantly increased amount of money they're going to be making annually. It's not like all these guys are going to be making 35 mil, 30 mil, but some of these guys are making 2-3 mil, and they could definitely be taking home 25 mil or 20 mil or 19, 18 mil in a year. So the first one I want to talk about is D'Angelo Russell. Now, D'Angelo Russell has pretty much broken out this year. Like, he had a pretty solid year last year, but nothing like warranted of like, I want to give this guy the max, or I'm comfortable throwing 25 mil at this guy in free agency. And now we're kind of seeing him become the player we thought he would come out of college. He was drafted in 2015. He was the second overall pick. Went to the Lakers, obviously was traded in that Brook Lopez trade in the salary dump so the Lakers can get rid of Mozgov. He played okay his first year in Brooklyn. Played pretty solid his first year in Brooklyn last year, and this year he's breaking out. I'm pretty sure in the month of January and December, he's averaging like 25 and 7. He's killing it. His percentages are up. He's actually like an efficient scorer or shooter. He's a good 3-point shooter. He's turned into a really prolific passer, and he's still playing with guys like Dinwiddie like at the same time. So it's not like he's always has the ball in his hands. He's able to move off ball, go around screens, and he's able to knock down open jumpers. And I don't know if it's the Nets are going to pay him, even though they should. In the beginning of the year, even like 2 months ago, we all thought like, all right, the Nets could maybe shop him at the deadline, or if some team offers him 20 mil in the offseason, then they're going to be like, all right, we have Dinwiddie, we have Levert, we'll probably move on and just say let him go, because we basically gave up nothing for him. You gave up Brook Lopez and the pick that ended up being Kyle Kuzma, but you had no idea that was going to be Kyle Kuzma. So I could see the Nets giving him money. If the Nets don't give him money originally, because he's a restricted free agent, I could see a team like Orlando or like Phoenix or even like Chicago maybe. Actually, probably not Chicago, but like I could see Orlando, Phoenix, Charlotte maybe if they lose Kemba, but I don't even know if they would have cap space. Maybe Memphis if they traded away Conley. One of those teams maybe that would throw 20-something mil at him. I could see him maybe getting, I think the max could get him like 28, 27 mil. Or it could hit 30 mil, honestly. I don't see a team giving him 30 mil. I could see a team throwing 25 mil at him and seeing if and then it's kind of going to stress out the Nets if they want to match it or not. But yeah, D'Angelo Russell's the first guy on this list. Next guy is the guy that was drafted 2 picks after Russell in the 2015 draft. And he hasn't played a game this year. You guys already know. Kristaps Porzingis. Now, when healthy, Kristaps played phenomenal in the 2016-2017 year, that would be, or 2017-2018 year. Obviously, he tore his ACL against that Bucks game, but he was killing it. He was averaging 20 plus, averaging 7+ rebounds. I'm pretty sure it was about 2 blocks a game. Playing phenomenal defense, and honestly was carrying the Knicks to a somewhat solid record. I believe at Christmas, the Knicks were a game over 500, which is kind of crazy because I'm pretty sure this Christmas they were like 15 games under 500. He was literally carrying that team, and it kind of made Tim Hardaway Jr. perform a little bit better because like he doesn't have to take number 1 shots, and that's a different topic for a different day. Keenan looked a lot better with Porzingis. Just the offense looked so much better, and the defense looked so much better with Porzingis when that roster was terrible. But around him, it was really bad around him. Like Enes Kanter's all right, Trey Burke was all right, Keenan all right, Hardaway all right, but you know what? Like Kyle Quinn was on that team. I'm trying to think. It was a year ago. I guess a lot of people ended up leaving the Knicks in the offseason. Well, they had Courtney Lee. They had Dotson played a little bit last year, but they looked a lot better with Kristaps. I think Kristaps is not going to get paid like right when the summer starts. You could see a team like the Spurs or like the Kings or something like that throw him a max deal, and then the Knicks like have to match it. But I don't think Kristaps is going to take the qualifying offer. I think he's going to want to work out an extension, but I think they're going to wait till after free agency until the Knicks see what they can do. If the Knicks are going to sign a player to a max deal, we'll see, and that's going to all affect Kristaps because they can go over the salary cap, or because obviously they have burn rights on him, so they're going to wait to see if they're going to throw 30 mil at a hypothetically like a KD or Kevin. I'm just throwing names out there. So Kristaps, I think he's going to get paid. If it's not in free agency, it'll definitely be before the 2018-19 season. All right, this next guy, well, I'll talk about these both, but one is obviously he's going to get more money than he is this year. That's DeMarcus Cousins. Even, like, he's showed, like, he can go back to his old self if he obviously, if the offense runs through him or if he plays more minutes. Coming back from the Achilles injury, he's making, what, $5 million. Obviously, he's going to get an increase in pay. I'm really interested to see where he's going to go next year. I could see Dallas. I kind of could see the Lakers if the Lakers strike out on, I don't know, anybody else. And it's like LeBron needs a second star now. I could see Cousins, and they are in the market for a center. Like, as good as Zubats is, I don't think he's like a franchise center to pair or to win right now to beat that Warriors team, especially if they bring back KD, and then you still have that big four, which dominated the Cavs in the finals before Cousins even came. So I could see the Lakers maybe going after him. Like I said, Dallas. I don't really know off the top of my head what teams would maybe throw deals at him. Like, I would really imagine he went back to like Sacramento. That would be really cool, but he would never do that. Yeah, those are just some teams off the top of my head. I don't know. Like, Miami would be cool if they made some type of play. I don't know. I want to see a big star in Miami again, but Cousins obviously is going to get paid a lot more money than he is this year. He's making whatever mil. He'll definitely, I don't know. I can see him getting anywhere between like the 18, 19 to like 27 range. I don't think a team will give him 30 mil, but I think he could definitely get like 25. Other guys, Klay Thompson, dude's making 18 mil. He's obviously going to get a max deal from the Warriors. Probably they're going to go over the bird rights for him. I don't see him joining the Lakers or the Sixers or whatever people put out on Twitter or the Nets. He's most likely going to go back to the Warriors in the offseason. I think this is the most sure guy re-signing with this team in the offseason, Klay Thompson. I say that now, and then he's going to go sign with the Lakers in 5 months. But yeah, I think he's going to accept the max deal, and his contract, what is it? It's like 18 right now. It's going to go to like 30 in a couple months. Now we're going to get to kind of like, well, I guess this next player is kind of a superstar, but we're going to get to like more mid-tier players of this guy. And that's Kemba Walker. Kemba Walker making $12 million this year. He was on a really team-friendly contract for him being one of the better point guards in the NBA, one of the better players in the NBA in general. It sucks. He has really nothing to work with. He doesn't really have a good big man to run the pick and roll with. It's literally like Billy Hernangomez has turned into his best big man. When you had a lottery pick in Frank Kaminsky, who could have been a top 10. He was either like 9 or 10 or 11. You had Cody Zeller, who was the second overall pick, fourth overall pick. You ended up with Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. Obviously, he's not going to work the pick and roll, but his second overall pick. You gave 24 mil to Nicholas Batum, and Malik Monk and Miles Bridges really haven't provided immediate impacts. They could be better, obviously, in the long term. They most likely will, especially Miles Bridges. But right now, Kemba really has not a lot to work with, and either he's going to go back to Charlotte, which I could see him doing because I could see them giving him 30 mil, and I don't know if a team's going to want to pay a 30-year-old, almost 30-year-old guy 30 mil, like for 5 years, and he'll be making 30 mil when he relies on his agility and speed when he's 35. But Kemba Walker, he's making 12 mil. He's obviously going to get 25 mil minimum in the offseason. Either it's by, I don't know, Orlando, it's either by the Knicks, it's either by Charlotte. He's going to, or like, I don't know, like the Clippers or something would be cool. Actually, DeMarcus Cousins, I didn't mention there, but he would be a cool fit on the Clippers. He'd actually be a really cool fit. But yeah, Kemba Walker, going to get paid. He's going to finally be making superstar money. Next guy is a 2016 draft class. There's a couple guys from the 2016 draft class I want to talk about. I don't know if they'll get paid this offseason, but they could get paid like right when the season starts, kind of like how Wiggins and like Booker did, and kind of like Towns, I believe. Like they all got paid last offseason when they weren't restricted free agents till this offseason, because those guys are going to be restricted free agents next year. So I could see these guys getting paid this offseason or working out extensions right before the season starts. First one is the number 1 overall pick from that draft, Ben Simmons. This is only his second year in the NBA. Obviously, well, it's his third year in the NBA, but it's only his second season he's playing, and he's worn a max deal. I don't think you can really not give him a max deal. You got to give him that Devin Booker. You got to give him that Karl-Anthony Towns money. That Wiggins money, yeah, he's going to get paid. Brandon Ingram is not on this list. I don't really know what they're going to do. I don't see the Lakers giving him a contract this offseason if they don't trade him, which I think they should 100% trade him. But he's not going to be on this list. Another guy from that draft is Malcolm Brogdon. Malcolm Brogdon is one of the most efficient players in the NBA. I'm pretty sure he's the highest free throw percentage shooter in the NBA. He's shooting way above, I'm pretty sure, 40% from 3 and over 50% from the field, or 45% from the field for a point guard. Killing it. Also an elite defender as a point guard. Did he win Rookie of the Year? He's the reigning Rookie of the Year. Yeah, he beat out Sarge that year. So he's going to get paid. I think he's making 1 mil now. You can definitely see him getting paid 15 mil minimum. I think, especially he'll be a restricted free agent possibly this offseason because he was a second round pick. Yeah, I think he could be I think he is a restricted free agent this offseason. If he is, if he's not, I can see a team trying to pay this dude. So Brogdon's one of them. Also, from that draft class, you have Domantas Sabonis. Yeah, I can see Domantas Sabonis. He'll be a restricted free agent next offseason, obviously, because he's from the 2016 draft class. I think HarrisLabert was going to break out this year. I mean, he pretty much was, then got hurt. But I still think he'll be pretty much the same player we saw him in the beginning of the year. So either he's going to go back to the Nets, which I think the Nets really like him. So he'll get paid. I think he's making, what, like 3, 4, 5 mil, whatever. He'll be paid. He'll get paid. Same with Sabonis, and Sabonis doesn't even start, even though he should. But yeah, obviously he'll probably start next year if that young. I don't know if his contract's up. I don't think it is. But they got to move with Sabonis. He can't be a bona fide 6-man, but he should get paid, and the Pacers know they got to pay him. Same with LeVert. Those guys will get contracts. Other guys from the 2016 draft class are Buddy Hield and Jamal Murray. Those are 2 top 10 picks. Buddy Hield breaking out this year. Murray kind of showed promise like last year and the previous year, but he's still playing really good this year. He's pretty much that second best player on that team. Or at least second best scorer. He's definitely, I think, a better player than Gary Harris. Gary Harris has disappointed this year, so I think he's going to get paid. Same with same with Buddy Hield, excuse me. They could definitely make more than 17 mil a piece, and the other guy from that draft class is a late first-round pick in Pascal Siakam, who is breaking out this year. A lot of guys that kind of broke out this year, but yeah, Pascal Siakam, I think will get paid a lot of money this offseason, or I think it'll be this offseason. I know that's like the Raptors' top priority. Well, I guess second top priority after trying to re-sign Kawhi Leonard. Say they re-sign Kawhi Leonard, obviously they're going to be making no money, or Kawhi Leonard's contract will obviously increase a lot, so they're going to have no cap space whatsoever. So I think it's just going to be like, all right, we're not going to be making any more moves in free agency. Let's bring back Pascal Siakam on a pretty expensive deal. I have 2 more guys that I want to mention. I feel like this ended up not being exactly 10. This is probably like 13 or something. But I'm just going to say 10 because it's easier anyway. So Chris Middleton is somebody that's making 13 mil. He did start off the season really well, and he ended the season really strong last year. We all know how he performed in that Boston Bucks series that went to 7 games. He balled out in that series, but as a pretty good defender, as a good shooter, he has been struggling as of late compared to what he was doing in the beginning of the year. I still think he's going to get paid 20 mil around there, which is an increase for him. But yeah, I think Chris Middleton is born a bigger contract in this offseason. He'll be an unrestricted free agent. It'll be interesting to see if he goes back to Milwaukee. I have a sneaky feeling he's going to go to like San Antonio, but we'll see about that. Him and DeRozan would be pretty cool with Aldridge, but I think they'll have to work out some cap space, maybe move Patty Mills or maybe move, I don't know. Well, they're going to have to pay Murray probably at some point as well, but he's not going to be a restricted free agent until next offseason, not this one. And the last guy I want to mention was Tobias Harris. I believe he's making 14 mil right now for the Clippers, and I think he's going to get 20 mil minimum in the offseason, kind of same ballpark as Chris Middleton. I think he can get anywhere between 20 and 24 mil. I don't think anything above that, but I think team like Brooklyn, if Brooklyn wants to be big spenders this offseason, say they throw a Max Steele at Russell, I could see them bringing in Tobias Harris. If they're obviously not going to bring in like a Kawhi Leonard, which I know they probably really want, but that's saying if like Kawhi goes back to Toronto. So yeah, that's going to fix up this list. I mentioned D'Angelo Russell, Chris Stopps, DeMarcus Cousins, Klay Thompson, Kemba Walker, Ben Simmons, Chris Middleton, Malcolm Brogdon, Montes Sabonis, Caris LeVert, Julius Randle, Buddy Hield, Jamal Murray, and Tobias Harris and Pascal Siakam. So I know that wasn't exactly 10, but I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I want to do more NBA talk videos like this. Sorry for not uploading consistently. It's just January. It's a really demoralizing month for YouTubers. You guys probably already know that. So I will be definitely uploading again every day in February. It's just probably I'll be doing every other day in January. Or I'll still probably try to do every day to round out the month because I kind of slacked in the middle of the month, which I haven't really done in a while on YouTube, but I do apologize there. So that's going to be for me. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Love you guys. See you guys next video. Peace.